Hi, this is Carolyn Stewart with InspirED Learning and Coaching, and joining me today is Erin Cassidy with The Media Shop, and we're going to be chatting about what inspires her.
Yes, thank you so much. I feel so honored that you thought of me.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
We've had lots of chats, and I've always been inspired by what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah. So to start with, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspires you.
Well, a little bit about myself.
Yep.
So I own a marketing business called The Media Shop. So I help small businesses with everything from their website and social media to how to market, where to market, what their message is, and truly like the core of their business, what that's all about, and then we find ways to tell the world.
Great.
Yeah.
So get it clear and then put it out there.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so what inspires you?
What inspires me? I feel very fortunate that I am surrounded by so many amazing, inspiring people. Mm-hmm. And I think the journey is truly what inspires me, myself, and in other people. Seeing where people have been, where they can get to. The wins, some of the some of the backslides a little bit, but how those who are truly focused and driven can claw themselves back out of that and find perspective and new direction and move forward. So that really inspires me.
Well, even we were kind of talking about this before the interview, that when you're doing the thing that you're meant to do, that you love to do, it's easy.
Oh yeah,
it flows.
Yeah,
it's just
and I was saying too that I'm one of those people who I see a roadblock and I just push through it. I'm like, I can get through this.
Yeah.
I can figure out a way around it. And life's not so easy when that happens.
Yeah.
And I think that when the flow is really smooth, mm-hmm. and it can feel easy, which can be a little bit scary. You can question why is this happening so smoothly.
Yeah.
But when that does happen, you know that you're on the right track.
Yes.
And it's amazing the gains that you can make and the realizations that you have, right? Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Where do you find your inspiration? So people, resources, whatever that looks like for you.
So if I'm feeling stuck, the first thing that I do, I listen to a really amazing SoundCloud meditation. It's a guided meditation. Mm-hmm. It's by a girl by the name of Michelle Kirsch, and she's unbelievable. There's 3-minute meditations, so I could do it in my car. Yeah. I can do it, before I leave the house. Yeah. And it just sort of centers me again.
Great.
And then I just sort of, I kind of go out into the world really open, and see what finds me.
Yes.
Right? So, I'll run into, I'll meet a new business owner, I'll run into a friend, right? And the conversations that tend to come up are usually the messages that I need to hear,
right?
If that makes sense.
So you kind of just get yourself in alignment with that meditation.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
And it's kind of like a quick check-in, right? And sort of like reboot, if you will. Yeah. And then I do, a ton of reading. It's sometimes, you can get stuck in front of your computer and it's output, which, just drains you, leaves you with nothing at the end of the day. So, I just go online and I read what other people are doing, whether it's, a success story or, just quotes or whatever.
Yeah.
And just sort of recharge that way.
Yes.
Fill my cup again, and then away we go.
Yeah, yeah, that's what a lot of people do. Like just finding that inspiration through other people's successes that keeps us boosted.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think it just reaffirms that, the journey's different for everyone.
Yeah.
But I feel that there's always sort of a backslide. There's always bumps in the road, and it's important in those times to really try to be clear about the direction you're going in, right? And if you don't know where you're going, well, that's stop right there.
Yeah.
you know, and kind of
yeah, an opportunity to find a direction.
Yes.
Right? So,
yeah, absolutely.
What do you do for self-care?
So that's tricky.
Yeah,
I
know.
think that's challenging for anyone. I used to say that for my self-care, I would just, you know, be with my kids, get outside with my kids. And, you know, while that's still true, I find that quiet can be quite rejuvenating.
Yes.
So finding that space, and I still find it outside more than anywhere. You know, we live in this beautiful community. You know, you jump on a walking trail and, you know, go for a run and or just, you know, sit and just kind of listen.
I'm getting a theme here: quiet and sit. yeah,
because it doesn't happen often, right?
Especially with kids. Yes.
Yeah, or even on your own terms.
Yeah,
you know,
that's right.
You know, you can be quite sedentary, sitting in front of your computer, or you know, going from meeting to meeting to meeting. You're sitting, but it's not the right kind of sitting and being sort of in the moment. And
what are you currently learning?
That's a very good question, Carolyn.
Thank you. I made it up.
I think the biggest thing that I'm learning is to trust myself. That, you know, what's happening isn't accidental, which is huge, right? And, you know, all of the years of cultivating experience, whether, you know, good times, bad times, whatever they were, you know, you're utilizing those to make the decisions and move forward every day.
Absolutely.
Just trusting that what's happening is right, and you know, it's for a reason, and it's my doing.
Yes.
Right.
Well, and even trusting the process. You know, you're mentioning a little bit about the successes, and when the successes come up, kind of like I'm scared to blink or to breathe. But the truth is that is like just trusting that and knowing that that's going to continue.
Yeah.
It's just going to keep coming because that's what it's designed to do. And Brene Brown, have you listened to okay, so she talks about foreboding joy.
Oh, yes.
So when you get to feeling good, it's always like shit, like
question it.
Yeah, is the other shoe going to drop? What's going to happen?
Totally.
When really, if we just continue to cultivate that success, that joy, it just keeps going, keeps getting better and bigger and more wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I find so much of my work is, you know, focused on other businesses and helping them, and you know, you see their successes, and you know, you're happy for them, but also too for myself, realizing that, you know, it's part of the equation, right? Like, it's a team effort.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, taking time to acknowledge that.
That's a great.
Is important.
Celebrate the successes.
Totally. Yeah, they're your wins too. Yeah, absolutely.
What is your favorite quote of the moment or in general?
My favorite quote is "Do more than just exist," which for me, I've always had this. Growing up, my family had multiple businesses, and I learned a lot about work ethic from that. But I've always had this underlying theme in whatever I did, that, you know, you have to earn your keep. Right? But, you know, as I've moved along, it's not just about that, but it's about, for me, I find that that's about, you know, giving and being part of the world, contributing, and moving. You know, I think that, you know, standing still, nothing happens, right? You have to just move forward in whichever way that it may be.
Right.
And just continue to put good things out there, and
And last question.
Yeah.
It's the big one.
Okay.
So you're ready? Okay. So what's the one thing that you recently learned that if you could, you would share with everyone that you meet?
Okay, so I did recently learn something, and I have shared it with everyone that I've spoken to, and that is to always bet on yourself.
Okay.
Always bet on yourself. You know, my biggest wins, my greatest successes, my greatest moments have come in life when I've gone all in on myself. An idea that I've had, just putting it out there.
Yes.
And especially those thoughts that are in your mind, those things that you want to do that just won't go away, right? Just put it out there, and as scary as it is, see what happens.
And what is the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah, they say no. You're no further ahead than you were before.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Because it always pays off.
Yeah.
In one way or another, even if they say no, it's a lesson learned, right?
Yes.
Or an experience, and you can move forward from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for today's What Inspires You interview with Erin Cassidy of The Media Shop. You can learn more about Erin on her website at themediashop.net. Thanks, and have an awesome day.